What do you discover? Still struggling to execute it well. Why is that? Especially if the player isn't in the correct position. They might not control the power effectively. They may hit the ball with too much force, or their positioning is inconsistent. With this shot, we just can't find the right spot. So, in this case, I suggest everyone definitely find a practice partner when starting out. Give them a piece of clothing and say you'll practice together. Or treat them to a meal. Anything works. How should we practice with multi-ball? Everyone remember not to. Start by hitting a few balls and then step back to practice. I wasted a lot of time on this when I was younger. It's like being half-hearted when attempting to loop the ball. First, we need to get our backswing and stance right. Secondly, lower your center of gravity and it's a bit challenging to serve like this. You can practice serving like this. Then two people can use 50 table tennis balls. After finishing 50, go collect the balls. Serving multiple balls is a very simple task. Just practicing for a couple of days will help you learn it. How do you lower your center of gravity first? Don't apply force yet. What should we practice first? This seems a bit hard to see. Please wait a moment. Okay, this angle should work. Good evening, everyone. Don't forget to like my post. Then click to follow. During our practice, let's start with this. What should we practice first? Let's work on the foundation. What is a pull frame? The biggest difference with table tennis is a spin. The second is the exaggerated movements in table tennis. Right. What about the third? The third is not at close range, but at mid to long range. What else? The fourth point is that it requires a certain amount of force. Do you notice a difference in body movement compared to table tennis? Yes. So at this stage, many players overlook several aspects. One is practicing the forehand close to the table. So how do you feel? It gets blocked. The second point is, when we practice the forehand, we cannot execute movements without proper body actions. This ball lacks coordination. The third point is, we should not exaggerate our movements because it can easily hit us. That's why I want everyone to practice with multi-ball drills first. Because when you see the ball coming to you, what is it? It is called a slow ball. With a high arc so you can fully complete the stroke. Because when you first practice the push shot, you can't be like the professional teams. It is certain that first, we need to lower the difficulty. I started practicing multi-ball. I shift my center of gravity and rotate my waist. And I make sure my stance is correct. What is a framework? A framework is something my body must have. This is the first step. I can make small body rotations. What must I do? I must perform larger body movements correctly. At this stage, I need to focus on the accuracy of my framework, my turning amplitude, my stroke size. What must be present? The key difference from attacking strokes. What is the impact? At the moment of making contact, even if I'm not applying force, everyone can see it. My hand incorporates the friction action. This ball is not just a gentle touch. So, within this framework, the first phase is to brush the ball, especially for some shots that are hard to distinguish between brushing and hitting. After the ball comes, what are we practicing? We are practicing the framework, which includes my body movements, the movements of my hands. And there's one more, because the issue of not being able to loop is very important. The hand doesn't dare to reach out. Right? The hand doesn't dare to reach out. The body doesn't dare to rotate. It's that we have no friction. This is a common issue that many players easily encounter. If we transition from attacking to looping, you'll still do this. You definitely won't dare to twist your waist, because you'll feel like there's not enough time. Exactly, so he will. He won't just push the ball. It will turn into something like this. Right, just like he is playing the ball. What is this feeling? The middle player hitting him is not a typical shot. I wouldn't say it's exaggerated, there's no spin. Yes, this situation should be relatively common. What is the second problem we need to solve? Look at this movement, it looks quite nice. But what's the problem? Its arc is too high. Everyone look again, this arc is low. And this arc is high. Look, pulling the ball. Is there anyone who pulls the ball like this? Very professional? Thank you all for your support. It feels like the ball speed isn't very fast. Yes, I'll help everyone address this issue. Today we'll figure out why you lack power in your shots. I mean, right? This is the case for so many players. If you haven't followed me yet, please do. You see, what is this force? If we dare to move forward, the force is directed forward. Now, when we lift up, the force has both upward and forward components. Why do you lack power when playing? Why is your performance lacking quality? It's because many of our movements go too much upward, and the forward force is insufficient. Why do you move upward? A couple of days ago, I pointed this out, but we didn't go into detail about it because you maintain an upright posture, right? When I'm playing, I need to find the feeling of retraction between the two positions. I can't play table tennis like this anymore. But actually, this motion I'm doing now is what we refer to as a forward stroke. You see, you can't play like that. You definitely need to retract upwards. Look, the ball's speed is about to drop. All right, with the same motion. Wow, why is this so cheap? Okay, I'll lift it here. Once you master it, why didn't it move? It's all about your body position. That's why you play hard to improve your game. You don't make progress, exactly. Where does the explanation lie? It's in your stance. You did very well. Where does the explanation lie? The explanation is in your stance. Keep your body straight, so your hands should be elevated. The backspin becomes even more pronounced. Backspin. So why do these last two shots seem very aggressive? Because its center of gravity has shifted forward. Both my hand and my body's center of gravity. Only then can it generate power, right? If you don't apply force in the same direction, you can't squat like this for a top spin. When squatting like this, the hand moves upward. You see, once I stand up, this action becomes justifiable. So why is it important to squat down? You'll notice that your upward movement is too exaggerated. These to represent the resultant force between your body and your hands. Right? How can we use it effectively after the ball comes? For example, the angle of my racket face and the direction of my body's force. They should be aligned. Let me give you an example. High toss loop. Everyone take a look. No problem. Hand and body. Look. High toss loop, forehand loop. What do they need together? Used in conjunction. It needs to be used in conjunction. You can't have a high center of gravity. Lean forward. Many people say win. Yes, I also want to win money. What's the reason? It's about body movement. If you don't change your body movement. Yes, that's correct. If you don't lower your center of gravity, you will never make any money in your life. You said I play like this. I still play like this. It has high quality. Then you need to make more upward strokes. And the ball naturally travels slower. I use a lot of strength. But in the end, there was no power. The ball that passes is soft and slow, isn't it? So what should I do? I need to direct my force forward. Lean forward with your body and extend your arm forward. So the key point here is, you need to lower your body. Secondly, how do we move forward? The direction of your arm should align with your body. We can go upwards. For example, when your opponent hits a strong backspin. You see, that's what we mean by moving upwards, right? High arc loop shot, friction upwards. Then what should your hand do with your body? It must have intention. I also want to lift the ball. I generate spin. So I need to aim upwards, right? You are still trying hard to move upward. If I step forward, my body and hand move forward together, then the direction of my shot. This ball can be hit with a lot of topspin. Yes, a lot of topspin, yes. Many people struggle at this stage. Thank you all for your support. Thank you, everyone. For those who haven't followed me yet, you all know my challenges. Let me share with you. Last year and this year combined, I've conducted 10 live teaching sessions. I haven't kept an exact count. There are probably a few hundred people. I summarized the common issues we face, because these problems are ones many amateurs encounter. Unless they have a professional coach to guide them, they won't be able to improve. And what about others? They don't understand why they're not aggressive and why they don't play fast, right? Sometimes I just wonder, why isn't my play more powerful? Isn't it fast? I put in a lot of effort, yes, but there was no real power. So after we receive the ball, your body movement should synchronize with your hand. For example, when I attack with a forehand or execute a forehand loop, in this way, your forearm has room to rotate forward. I can then pull it forward. Because your center of gravity is low, moving forward is just between your two feet. If you rise up, it will follow suit. So you need to keep your center of gravity pressed down. That's when we achieve what we call explosiveness. Right? Otherwise, what about the arc? We slowed the ball down ourselves. The arc was too high. The arc was too high. We slowed the ball down ourselves. Yes, good evening. Lower your center of gravity, so your forearms can pull forward. Is that clear, everyone? It's a clear engagement of the core, with power directed forward, and move forward, from the side, forearm action. If you go up, he goes up. If you come down, he moves forward. Both forehand and backhand are like this. Maintain core stability. The ball does not touch the ground, spin. It's always like this. Hope this move can help everyone with their ball control.
More about table tennis on my blog, PingSunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.